guys, so today is Friday, meaning that the brand new Piggy game could very well be coming out today. Minitoon has previously said that it is going to be coming out on either Friday or Saturday. Keep in mind, it was supposed to come out yesterday, so maybe it'll come out tonight. That would be kind of awesome. Either way, we just got our first look at the brand new map for Piggy Intercity. Now, keep in mind, the map of Piggy Intercity is going to be all the maps put together, except there's going to be some roads and some towns and some little bit of stuff in between each of them. They're not just going to be thrown together like a pancake. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at the first little snippet of the new map. So here we are on Minitoon's Twitter, the best place on the internet. And here it is right here, the city, a location in Piggy Intercity. Now, this is one of two screenshots that he uploaded, and there's actually quite a bit here. First off, you can tell this is the city from Chapter 9. And of course, I should also mention that this is canon, meaning that this is actually going to be part of the story. You will be able to learn more about the world, about your favorite characters, and about everything going on in the Piggy universe by playing this game. Like, for example, this building right here, Ellie's Enterprises, this is actually the building inside of the Chapter 9 map. This is where you get the orange key and all of that. The yellow key, I believe, yeah, the carrots. Sometimes the purple key spawns in this building. Now, you can see the city looks a little bit different. We don't know if this takes place years in the future. Maybe this takes place, you know, alongside everything going on currently. We don't exactly know. What we do know is that there is now a giant wall around the city, and we actually get a better look at that wall in the second photo. Obviously, the game has a day and night cycle, so you can see it's daytime here and then nighttime here, which is pretty cool. But here is the wall, and if you go to this photo and you zoom in, you can actually see there's a little Easter egg actually on the wall right down here. It says, "Let us in." So what seems to have happened here is at some point you can actually see part of the wall has actually fallen down or been busted down. It seems that whoever owns this city or the military or whatever, they took this city over, they raised the wall, and they weren't letting anybody in. The city seemed to be some sort of a safe place, right? Like, it was safe, everyone in here was safe, and you know, all the infected were outside, and that's why it says "let us in," because there were survivors outside that wanted to get in, but they weren't going to let them in for the safety of everyone inside. But it seems that, well, that didn't work out anyway, because the door got busted down, and well, we know how the city went. It's not it's not safe anymore. Now, something else interesting here is all the buildings in here. Minitoon said that he is going to eventually make them so you can actually go into them, or at least most of them. But there's actually some grass right here. There's actually some plants, kind of like people are gardening or growing crops. Now, again, like I mentioned, I'm not sure if this takes place before the current Piggy game or after the current Piggy game, but considering that there's crops being grown here, I'm going to assume that this takes place maybe after the current Piggy game. I mean, that would make sense. There's not really much time to make crops in between the start of the infection and when we get there in Chapter 9. So I think this actually takes place in the future, after Pony, after Zizzy, after George, and everybody. Now, something else worth noting is there's actually snowy mountains all along